Hey, everybody. Welcome to my show, Dysfunctional Family, here at natestudios.com. Please like or subscribe. This month was supposed to be the first full episode of my show, but had a little bit of issues with recording. My wife, we weren't able to connect and have a good conversation, recorded, and all that good mess. Her idea for a show was the Christmas Spirit. To be more specific, the loss of the Christmas spirit. I've talked to a lot of people since she brought up the subject, and I have found that it kind of varies and it seems to depend on the age group. Of course, the younger age group doesn't quite know what she means by the change of the Christmas spirit. The older group feels like it's changed a ton. So it really depends on what you were used to from when you were younger. We're right on that change of the internet era where everybody knows everything and can say hi to somebody within seconds. Back then, you had to get together to do anything. Every major holiday or event, everybody in the family got together and had dinner or whatever. Nowadays, I've seen or talked to or read about that person last week. The groups are smaller. They're not as big as they used to be. Used to be going to my grandparents and every cousin and aunt and uncle would show up and it was everybody. Now it's my immediate family and I don't see my extended family nearly like I used to. I don't know if it bothers me or not. I mean, I'd like to see them more. I don't necessarily need to see them during a holiday. We all know that what's currently Christmas is a corporate conglomeration anyway. The older generations really see that side of it. Think about it, my grandparents would have never known what some of these stores and all the stuff you could get. And, they made a lot of stuff. And my parents, my mom, one of her first Christmases that I know about, as far as gifts she got, was the second Barbie that ever came out, which she still has. And that was probably the only gift she got that year. To where now we save up for months and spend hundreds of dollars on our kids. We don't do so much on our family members because, family members are doing the same thing. They're all trying to get the kids taken care of. And that should be what's important. As long as they are having a good Christmas is what's important. And anything we can do to make their Christmases better. Now, I've had my get up Christmas morning and get my parents and go check out all the presents. And I started when I was younger, first married, a kind of a policy where I don't really go anywhere on Christmas Day. I have, but I tend to avoid it. One of the biggest things that always bothered me as a kid is I get all these wonderful presents, and I might take one or two with me to go to my grandparents. And my parents were divorced, so I might be going to my dad's that day, going to my stepdad's parents, and doing it all within Christmas Eve to Christmas Day and catching everybody. I didn't get to see any of my toys. Well, the way I saw it is I spent hundreds of dollars to buy these gifts for my kids and grandkids. I want them to enjoy them. I want them to play with them. Really kind of crappy to give them a gift and, oh, look at all these wonderful things. Pick one and let's go ride. So I guess it's a matter of opinion. If you want the Christmas spirit, think about the kids, not your own self. I put up more and more Christmas decorations, and it's been because once it was, earlier before it was my kids, and now it's my grandkids. I want them to see Christmas lights and be a part of decorating. I'd like to do more. Of course, it gets expensive. The biggest crappy part of it all, that's when my insurance resets. That's when my personal property taxes are due. And then yet I've spent all this money on Christmas. It's like they want you to be in debt. I could almost argue that's the case. But I'm not going to get too much into that. I just hope everybody out there realizes that you got someone somewhere is thinking about you. It doesn't have to be some grand event. They don't have to announce it. Just remember they're there. They're still out there. They'll be there. The biggest problem with today that I keep hearing is the split that everybody has. Talking about the government, right wing versus left. It's about compassion. I've got Democratic views. I got Republican views. What I don't believe in is letting other people drive my choices and my decisions and listening to these people out there that are truly ignorant and have no idea what they're talking about. I mean, we're not even going to go there this episode because it could just be such a long thing. And if the more you talk about and the more you are a part of that divide, the worse it gets. If you believe that we as a nation are divided, then we are. And I am friends and agree with a lot of things they say with almost everybody that I work with. Where's that divide at? Yeah, if we started talking about our political views, we would have differences. That's what we are. We're all differences. It's not a divide. It's people focusing on the divide. I will always believe about half the things that you believe. And you, it's the same way as me. If you want to fight and argue about it, back it up with true facts. That's all I got to say. Just like the spirit of Christmas. Don't make it about the corporate conglomerates. Make it about the kids. That's how we'll become one group again, is when we start focusing on what matters. I believe something different than you, but I believe those cancer patients need help. Bet you do too. We find these things that we can work on together. We need another mission to the moon where bring everybody just under one goal. Nobody's got the same goal. There's nothing to tie people together, and everybody's telling you that we're split in half. And so, what are you supposed to believe? The truth isn't what somebody else tells you; it's what you see, what you feel, what you hear, what you read, what you research. I bite my tongue to argue with people, even though I read and researched it. I could argue till I am blue in the face. If they ain't looked into it and all they're going off of is some Facebook post, then I ain't convincing them of nothing. And it's not even worth the fight. Call your parents, call your kids. Are they all right? Yeah, well, that's good news. If they're not, then that's when you got to spring into action. I love the holiday spirit. I just wish we got more snow around here. I love some snow. Heck, we ain't had a good snow in a while. Make sure you hug your family and keep up with them and all that good stuff. And have yourself a Merry Christmas. And hopefully, the next show, I'll have some co hosts in here with me. Well, that's enough of me rambling on about all that. Well, let's have some fun. Let's get Ember in here and talk to her and make it a little more about the kids. Are you excited about recording with me?
Yeah.
Is it cool? Isn't it neat seeing yourself as a cartoon? They can't see you shake your head. You gotta speak.
Yes.
Your sister did a special song for my show. Did you know that?
No.
No? Well, we're gonna play it next, and it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star by Luna.
Twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Fantastic! Let's hear it. Here's a special clip of me and the girls singing We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and then stay tuned for a special clip after the credits. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas from NateStudios.com.
Fish starts, fish starts, fish starts, fishy. Hey, wait, that's what I am. I'm a fish. What am I? Oh, yeah. I'm a pet in a human's house. Someone once said that a fish can only remember things for 3 seconds at a time. That obviously isn't true. How could I remember somebody said that? What's wrong with me? I feel old and my memories are fuzzy, but I suddenly understand. How? The TV. It's in every memory I have. It taught me. That's right. And Homo sapiens is a pox on the surface of the earth. A disease that needs to be cured. I'm never cutting off the TV. These people, only creatures on this rock that sided with the sapiens are the dogs. Really smart animal, but happy to play dumb for a belly blow. The dog here in this house took a frog for a wife. I think she's dead. I've never seen a furry frog before. It's flat, missing an eye, and it just lays there when he, well, yuck. You know, if I can get more woke fish, we could easily make things back the way they were before. How do I make myself look lonely so they will add others to my tent? If I can get them to add some more fish, we can easily put our plan into motion. The end of the age of Homo sapiens, starting with these little ones in this house. I'll show you why you shouldn't tap the glass on the tank. Not again!
Fishy, wake up!
Wait until I stop spinning. What the hell? I thought you were a bush.
Yaem Asiors. Endno Justanissiors. Amassi Dragon. Magical. Dei Calme Merlin.
There is no way that was fish. Mister ain't nothing but a bush with gills.
I'm sorry. I lived in a pet shop next to a comic book and game store and learned magic from the gathering. It messed up my head. I am a seahorse. The name is Merlin.
Did you really just say magic? Oh, this is gonna be good.